All right, what we got here? RFK Jr. coming up with some more pseudoscientific bullshit because, again, RFK Jr. is a vaccine conspiracy theorist who has a vested interest in making sure that people do not get vaccinated for the express purpose of, well, selling a bunch of fucking books. So, what we got here? After reviewing the science, or wait, hold on. My apologies. After reviewing the science, HHS has determined that mRNA technology poses more risks than benefits for these respiratory viruses. Keep in mind, this is like the exact same line of conspiratorial fucking thinking that every fucking COVID 19 sort of like conspiracy theorist was going along with during the time of, like, the pandemic. So, cool, great. Whoa, RFK Jr., as expected, is just a stupid fucking goddamn crank. That's why BARDA has begun the process of terminating these 22 contracts. Weren't they also using mRNA technology to potentially, like, find a cure to fucking cancer? I mean, listen, I've said this before, but RFK Jr. is against the concept of public health. He is against the concept of the public fucking good. He doesn't agree with any of that shit. So, again, if that means, like, people can just not, well, uh, be able to be able to get, like, the necessary care that they need, and instead just, like, do whatever, like, look at, like, whatever crank wonkery bullshit he espouses, and can get fucking money from doing that, then yeah, that's fine. Because keep in mind, the reason why I say that RFK Jr. has a vested interest in this stuff is rather fucking simple, okay? So simple. He used to be a part of a board that was for, like, vaccine fucking skepticism, right? Child vaccine skepticism, to be quite specific. What was the name of that fucking organization? RFK Anti-Vaccine Organization? Children's Health Defense. 501c nonprofit activist group, mainly known for anti-vaccine advocacy, is one of the main sources of misinformation on vaccines, which was chaired by RFK Jr. to 2023. Yeah, it's children's health denial. Like, these people, like RFK Jr. and these people are fucking monsters, by the way. Like, that's not hyperbolic to say. But what do we have here? And yeah, you're just like you said, Boy Meets Spin. Yeah, mRNA is the key to a lot of autoimmune disease research. Listen, think of it this way, okay? Iron Mouse, autoimmune disease, vaccine could fucking fix. mRNA can fucking fix that shit. I think. Whatever. Random prominent example.
Hi, it's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. here, your HHS secretary. At HHS, we have a division called the Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority, or BARDA. BARDA drives some of our most advanced scientific research.
Mm-hmm.
It funds developments of vaccines, drugs, diagnostics, and other tools to fight emerging diseases and national health threats.
Mm-hmm.
Over the past few weeks, BARDA reviewed 22 mRNA vaccine development investments and began canceling them. Let me explain why. Most of these shots are for flu or COVID, but as the pandemic showed us, mRNA vaccines don't perform well against viruses that infect the upper respiratory tract.
He's just lying. It's just a lie. The fucking COVID vaccine was highly fucking successful to helping prevent from the spreading of the disease and people being able to get the disease. The problem was that, crazy, during the time of the pandemic, since a lot of people were not getting vaxxed, specifically Republicans were not getting fucking vaxxed, it jumped from person to person to person, being able to swap its fucking goddamn genetic code, and was able to adapt, right? Wasn't there like a period of time, I'm trying to remember, with like, I think it was with the Omicron, the way that, for example, Omicron began to emerge was because this was in poorer countries, to be specific, and somewhere in Africa, I think. I don't remember where in Africa, somewhere in fucking Africa. It was able to spread constantly through a bunch of people that were not as well vaccinated, and it was able to change, and guess what? You had a new version of the fucking virus able to fucking, like, spread about and was able to fucking Whoa, crazy. Infect a ton more people. And there was another wave of fucking COVID because of that. This motherfucker would basically do everything possible to kneecap the fucking research necessary in order to be able to fight something like an Omicron variant of COVID-19. Because he's a fucking crank.
Here's the problem. mRNA only codes for a small part of the viral proteins, usually a single antigen. One mutation and the vaccine becomes ineffective.
Wait, does that mean you should not fucking, like, you can just make another one? Hello? Like, does that mean you shouldn't have the vaccine for that fucking previous version? Like, it can just come back. Like, it can do that. That can happen. Like, viruses can just spring back up. This is actually, like, mind-numbingly, like, just stupid. This is brain fucking damaged.
This dynamic drives a phenomena called antigenic shift, meaning that the vaccine paradoxically encourages new mutations.
Oh my god, he's gonna make the fucking argument that the fucking vaccines actually cause the mutations. No, you fucking troglodyte. With the example I brought up earlier with fucking Omicron emerged in spite of the fact of the fucking mRNA vaccines. It was able to spread through a fucking portion of Africa that had lower fucking goddamn vaccination rates, and whoa, crazy! It was able to fucking mutate because of that. Ridiculous. He's lying. The single antigen doesn't change that fast. Yeah, I figured that he was also just fucking lying. Because again, anti-vaccine advocacy group. One of the main sources of is misinformation on vaccines, chaired by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He has a fucking vested interest in pushing out a bunch of anti-vaccine fucking propaganda.
And can actually prolong pandemics as the virus constantly mutates to escape the protective effects of the vaccine. Millions of people, maybe even you or someone you know, caught the Omicron variant despite being vaccinated. That's because a single mutation can make mRNA vaccines ineffective.
So you just make a new version for the fucking Omicron variant, and then you start vaccinating people for that. Again, does he not understand that old versions of fucking viruses, if you don't fucking goddamn vaccinate for them, can just spring back up? They can do that. By the way, there's a reason why the COVID is now just like about as common as like the fucking flu now. Because of like stupid dipshits like this moron pushing out so much vaccine fucking hesitancy around the fucking world and in the United States, making it such that, well, you know, like, we have to be like kind of scared and afraid of the vaccines because they're like super spooky and scary. They're scary. I don't like them. Yeah. Like, whoa, crazy. Do people, broadly speaking, understand just how fucking insane this shit is? Like, an old version of a virus can just pop back up sometimes. For example, measles was all but assumed to be gone, like, because of the vaccine. And then people started to not vaccinate their children. Whoa, crazy. And then measles started fucking popping back up. By the way, quick reminder, there was a measles outbreak, right, in parts of Texas. What? Measles outbreak, Texas. Like, there's a fucking measles outbreak in a lower vaccinated part of fucking Texas. Like, are we for real? What? CDC. As of August 5th, 2025, a total of 1,356 confirmed measles cases were reported by 41 jurisdictions in all these different states. 32 outbreaks reported in 2025. 87% of the cases are outbreak associated. For comparison, 16 outbreaks were reported during 2024, and 69% of cases, not nice, 198 out of 285 were outbreak associated. Man, this is a rather sharp increase of fucking cases of fucking measles. I wonder why that is. Oh, because you have an HHS secretary that's advocating for people to fucking goddamn take vitamin A supplements in order to be able to fight measles instead of taking the fucking goddamn vaccines. Like, again, quick reminder, RFK Jr. at measles funeral. Like, this motherfucker went to fucking goddamn funerals of Texas of people in Texas who died because of the fucking measles, bro. Like, really? And then now he wants to tout the fucking vaccine? Yeah, okay. Nice fucking meme. Nice meme.
The same risk applies to flu. After reviewing the science and consult.
By the way, that's why you have a yearly flu shot. Like, that's how. It's a marvel of science that people are able to come up with a fucking vaccine every fucking year in order to be able to fight a particular variant of a goddamn fucking virus. That is a marvel of science that is to be lauded, not fucking put down, you moron. And also, measles popping back up, it means it gives it more chances to mutate. Exactly, Alex. That's why you vaccinate everybody to make sure that either it can't get to enough people for it to fucking mutate, or you outright eliminate the fucking disease, period. Do people, broadly speaking, understand just how fucking dangerous this is?
Top experts at NIH and FDA, HHS has determined that mRNA technology poses more risk than benefits for these respiratory viruses.
Okay, this is really funny coming from a dude who actively says that he's not like a fucking expert on any of this stuff. Like, you're not a health expert. You don't have any fucking qualifications to say that these fucking goddamn vaccines are not viable in order to take care of these diseases. Like, you have admitted this yourself, right? Like, literally in congressional hearings, this motherfucker has said, like, well, people shouldn't be taking any advice from me or anyone else about vaccines at HHS. It's like, dog, then what is the point of having you as an institution? That is literally your fucking job, and you are like self-admitting that you're just going to abdicate your fucking position. Fucking insane, dude.
That's why, after extensive review, BARDA has begun the process of terminating these 22 contracts totaling just under $500 million.
Nice.
To replace the troubled mRNA programs, we're prioritizing the development of safer, broader vaccine strategies, like whole virus vaccines and novel platforms that don't collapse when viruses mutate.
Again, he's just lying about this. There's like almost no evidence to suggest that mRNA contributes to the fucking goddamn like to the helping of the mutation of a fucking virus. Like, let's even look this up. Do mRNA vaccines contribute to virus mutation? Let's see. Do they? Oh, wow. Well, this is based quickly off the fucking AI overview. Oh, wait a minute. Based off of this. No, mRNA vaccines do not contribute to vaccine mutations. Instead, by helping the body develop immunity, because again, quick reminder as to how mRNA vaccines work, it takes DNA of dead fucking viruses and puts it into your fucking goddamn bloodstream. Your immune system takes a look at that, says like, oh, I know what that, okay, yeah, this is obviously bad. Oh, this thing is this thing? Okay, I understand what this thing is now. Now I know how to fight it when the actual thing goes into the body. Now we know it's like a tutorial for the fucking goddamn immune system to learn how to fight a particular fucking virus. That is the point. They can help to reduce the spread of a virus and in turn potentially slow down the rate of mutation, as there are fewer opportunities for the virus to replicate and mutate. Oh, RFK Jr. is just lying because, again, he's a fucking crank. He is a crank. He's an anti-vaccine advocate. Like, he has a vested interest to spread as much anti-vaccine disinformation as possible. Immunity gives it less chance to spread. Spreading, reproducing, causes mutation. Exactly, like we've been fucking saying here. While the presence of the original strain may be reduced after vaccination, this does not equate to increased mutation rates of the virus self. According to commentary published by the Science Media Center, the vaccine teaches the body to recognize and fight the virus. Hey, that's what I said. I said that. Whoa, crazy. Potentially leading to the selection of new variants as the original strain becomes less prevalent. Whoa, if you stop the original strain, it has less chances to go to other people's bodies to become new strains. Crazy. Who would have thought? Whoa, this is, dude, this is like basic shit that you know from like Plague Inc., for example, okay? Where you get like random variations of stuff. Like a fucking mobile game can fucking teach you how this fucking works, RFK Jr. But again, like I said before, he has a vested fucking interest to basically put out as much fucking disinformation on stuff like this as possible because he's a crank.
Let me be absolutely clear. HHS supports safe, effective vaccines for every American who wants them.
mRNA are safe and effective vaccines. The FDA has approved them for broader distribution during COVID-19. He's lying.
That's why we're moving beyond the limitations of mRNA for respiratory viruses and investing in better solutions.
Again, specifically, he chooses respiratory viruses because, again, he's a COVID conspiracist. He's a COVID truther. Like, that's why he's specifically talking about, well, respiratory viruses, because COVID-19 was a respiratory virus. Great, cool, fantastic to see that this complete, utter fucking ghoul has to lie in order to be able to sort of, like, loud his fucking goddamn anti-vaccine conspiracism and fucking nonsense. Great, fantastic, very cool. And guess what? Since he is in a position of authority that he himself also thinks that he should not have, fantastic, great. A bunch of people are not going to get their fucking vaccines that they need, and they're going to start fucking dying. Like a bunch of people who have fucking died because of a fucking measles outbreak. And also because of fucking vitamin A, like, overdosing. Because he told a bunch of parents to give their kids fucking vitamin A doses if they're suffering from measles. Listen, I've said this before and I'll fucking say it again. RFK is a complete fucking crank, and he is on the fucking side of diseases. He is truly one of Nurgle's strongest fucking soldiers. Don't think there's really much else to say besides that.